The first time I had my heart broken, I swiped right and found myself on a stranger's doorstep. I shelved my dignity on the table, searching like an addict for the drug that you gave me, the one you called love, when you told me you loved me. I placed my nakedness on his lily-white sheets, posed like the brown goddess of Aphrodite. He told me I was beautiful. I asked him what his name was. He told me he loved me. I thought, this is the first man I will not make love to. Instead, I rocked into his body like lullabies, feeling safer than I ever did when you told me you loved me. And your brown eyes danced with the fire of candlelight. You held the letter B and D with your fingers, saying this is where the bread and drink goes, just like this, just like the way you placed my longing on a kite, stringing it along the coarse sand. Our text messages became the ocean, the weight filled with blue, without you to cut it through. I scrolled back up to that moment when you told me you loved me. I felt your fingers wrap around the hair on my head to create a barrier between me and the car door. You didn't feel the pinch of your fingers. Instead, you felt the way two lips rubbed together to create a fire. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, Prince Zuko said, fire can be dangerous and wild. So you built a barrier to protect the rest of your heart. In response, I blew out these embers so they cannot burn me. I have all the scars to disprove it. The first time I had my heart broken, I swiped right and found myself on a stranger's bed. I filled my senses with the senseless space of not really knowing him or his story or his last name. I strung this pain on a kite. Let the wind help me forget where the bread and the drink went, how blue the ocean could be. I rubbed the burn marks with the ointment of his anonymity. I was having hard on those words. I rubbed the burn marks with the ointment of his anonymity. Being anonymous, anonymity, gluing the barriers that surrounded whatever was left of my heart. When you told me you loved me, I decided to write this poem. Again, I asked him what his name was. Something familiar about the way it sounded, pressing on my lips, coating on my tongue, when loneliness told me it loved me.